Rovers have been linked with some midfield additions this summer, and the latest name on the lips is a Brit, and he's coming at you from the Premier League. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at the midfield option, the midfield rumour going around Blackburn Rovers right here, right now, with the possibility of a player making a switch from Premier League to Blackburn Rovers. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. Anyone sub shop for Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all here under one roof. That's right. The guy comes from Everton, and he is a youngster with a point to prove. Who is he? Well, I'll show you in just 1 second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. What we're going to do now, though, folks, is take a little deep dive into the fella. And he goes by a familiar name. A familiar name we all love and love. Armstrong. Not that one. It's this one. That's right. He is Harrison Armstrong, currently on the books of Everton. And the rumour has it from Goodison News, which has picked up this deal from, or this link by Alan Nixon. Could seal a £10 million move exit as Blackburn Rovers, emerge here. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with him, he did play his back end of the football last season in Derby, for Derby County. 10 million is a lot of money, and I don't think, honestly, I don't see this. I don't see us spending 10 million, so I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, this is dated back in the middle of April, of course, maybe a little old on that one, but there's always no smoke without fire. But anyway, who is he? Let's get into it and take a look at the fella and have a little look at what could be coming to Ewood Park this coming summer. That's right, here he is, of course, rocking the blue, of course, for Everton. Blue, a colour that he is familiar with, and hopefully he'll look good with a bit of blue and a bit of white. That's right. He is 18 years of age. He does play in the midfield. Now, he does play in the central midfield, not defensive midfield, but he has got... He has got minutes and experience in that defensive midfield slot. Of course, he joined Derby January, and of course played a good part in their survival campaign under John Eustace. Now that is where a major concern comes in with this potential deal. We're competing against John Eustace, a manager who got him into the club and got him minutes, and he was successful. But can Rovers now push on a little bit further and snatch him at the expense of Derby County? Well, we'll see. He played 15 times for the Rams this season, chipping in with 1 goal, 3 yellow cards, and he was in the starting 11 75% of the time. Again, he plays midfield, straight down the middle, not defensive midfield, or prefers not to play defensive midfield. He prefers to play sort of not attacking midfield, kind of like in the middle of the park. And that is something that we need, kind of John Buckley-esque. Again, I haven't got much data for the lad, but this is what I've got. He has played 15 times. He just got the 1 goal. That 1 goal was scored with his right foot. He chipped in with, what are we looking at here? Chipped in with goals from inside the box. Just the 1.5 interceptions. So he's got a bit of a defensive nous about him, and he definitely needed that for Derby at the back end of the season. 2.1 clearances as well, 33.6 touches, and 68% accurate passes. Again, his heat map is pretty much in the defensive third for the most part, but he does sprawl forward a little bit towards the attacking third. But it's definitely one, not to score the goals. It's the, you know what? I kind of feel like it's more like an Adam Wharton-esque sort of deal here. It's the pass before the pass. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking at for here. 18 years of age. He's still raw, but look at him. Look at his plethora of positions he has played in such a young career. 17 times he's played in central midfield, 11 times as defensive midfield. He's played on the wings. He's played in attacking midfield. He's even played up top as well with his youth career. He has featured for England under 18s with 6 games thus far. He has actually played for Everton, the senior team, 6 times, and chipped in with 1 assist for them as well. So he's not necessarily in the Premier League, but definitely in the cups. He has played for Derby as well, and in Everton under 18s and 21s. Of course, the sort of standout is the Championship experience with 15 games and the 1 goal. But 3 Premier League games for him. So he actually played Premier League. 3 Premier League games for Everton ain't too shabby. Chipping in with a couple of goals as well for in the EFL Trophy, and of course the Championship. EFL Cup as well, played in FA Cup as well with an assist to his name. So, you know what? It's got versatility, which is what I like. But what I don't like is that it's a loan. I know loans can be pivotal and they can be crucial, and we have seen the best of loans in recent years. When you look back at Harrison Reed, you look back at Van Heck, you look at Harvey Elliott. We've had some really good loans over the years, and but 18 years of age. If there's any truth in that deal that he would come to Rovers on a permanent, it's actually a little bit concerning as that kind of money, that kind of fee being dotted about. Let's take a look though at what we're trying to compare him to. I'm comparing to probably, I'm going to say this softly, an outgoing John Buckley. I do believe he's on his way out. I don't know. I've got no confirmation of this. But when you look at the retain list of Adam Forshaw being released, and Adam Forshaw was ahead of the pecking order of John Buckley, who was fit and raring to go, could have played in the back end of that last season, but he didn't. Wasn't even featured on the bench, to be fair. And they released Adam Forshaw. So you would imagine Buckley is probably on his way out. So I'm comparing him to Buckley for this time being. And yes, they do play in that central midfield slot. He is a little bit taller than Buckley. He's right-footed and much younger as well. He's a good 7 years younger. He's got a cool valuation of £500,000. Maybe there's something we can exploit about that. Hopefully there is something we can exploit about that. John Buckley would probably make a move. I don't think we'd be lucky to get 2 million from him, to be honest with you. Maybe 1.5 if we're completely honest. The stats though show 58 games played by Harrison Armstrong. Again, the senior level games is what I'm worried about. He's not played that many top tier games. When I say top tier, I'm talking about championship and maybe even the cups. Buckley has that 160 games at championship level. That's not a slouch. So I do believe there'll be suitors in there. If you look about it, maybe when you think about some of the players or the teams coming up, maybe you're looking at the Charltons of the world or the Leyton Orients, depending on who gets promoted from the League One playoff. Also, some other teams like an Oxford perhaps does suit, I think, a Buckley. And it's one of them players that could come and bite us in the ass moving forward. Of course, it's a terrible situation, where we get these academy guys coming through. But we have to, and I think the approach now by Rovers and Valerien Ismael moving forward is we're not going to be it's not mates rates anymore. A little bit within the team, we're not going to keep these guys on the Joe Rankin Costellos or John Buckleys, and even some other players. There are other players that you would think are regulars that might not be. It might be on the way out. So I think we could be here for a bit of a weird old summer, guys. Some names that have been synonymous for Blackburn Rovers will be gone. And guys like Harrison Armstrong could be here. Again, this was a bit of a punt. It's out there. We are got competition, though, Derby amongst others. But can we do it? We'll see. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below as we look forward to the summer. And, of course, the merry-go-round that is Blackburn Rovers transfer activity. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. We're done.